Aloha, and thank you for joining us at the Maui Memory Clinic for another Memory Bite. I'm your host, Maile Harding, and with us today is Catherine Blake.
Hello, Maile.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for being here.
It's an honor to be here today, Maile. Thank you very much.
You are actually a certified plant-based nutrition.
Yes, I studied with Cornell, certified in plant-based nutrition.
You have co-authored the Macmillan Reference Gale Encyclopedia on Alternative Medicine.
Yes, that was this year, 2019. I was one of the authors for many of the encyclopedia articles. A very exciting project, I might add.
So you've also been co-investigator for the Hawaii Dementia Prevention Trial.
Yes.
We did that a while back in Oahu.
You were part of that with Dr. Harding, and all of the doctors donated their time and expertise to help us investigate whether we could, in fact, delay the onset of dementia. And we had excellent results. We were successful, and that was published in the Journal of Brain Sciences in January 2019.
What types of minerals or antioxidants are helpful for our brain?
Well, it's an interesting question because there are certain minerals that you can get in specific foods. We do want minerals every day, especially copper, zinc, and manganese, which help to form superoxide dismutase. Now, those all exist in alfalfa sprouts, which are famous. They're known for SOD, superoxide dismutase. We make endogenous antioxidants in our body, and one of them is the SOD. What it does is it goes around like a Pac-Man, boom, 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 and it eats up all the bad free radicals.
Okay.
So we want them. They're
Yes,
on
we
our
do.
side. SOD. So for that, we need the zinc, copper, and manganese every single day. Just to be sure we get it, we take brain and body food supplements. And
Love those. I actually have a bottle right here. My husband, Dr. Tom Harding, and we take these every day. Because I'm smaller than most people, I'll take 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening. I know that he's taking a lot more than I am, but I mean, I'm teeny, so.
good.
But
Well,
I have noticed a big difference in my energy levels since we've taken these.
great.
Yeah.
You're looking good.
Thank you. That's the goal, right?
Yeah, you-
Look good, feel good.
Exactly. You're winning on both scores. So we take those supplements also to make sure we're covering the bases, because farming these days, even organic farming, the soil doesn't always have every mineral that we're looking for. The other endogenous antioxidant that we make is glutathione peroxidase. Now, this is another antioxidant that goes around and it fights free radical damage, and for that we must have selenium in our food. So the way we get selenium, one way is Brazil nuts are the king of selenium. One Brazil nut can provide 95 micrograms of selenium, and you only need 55 micrograms in one day. So you're good to go if you have one Brazil nut every few days. You don't need to overdo it. Sunflower seeds also contain selenium, and many other foods. So those are the antioxidants that our bodies make that help fight inflammation in the brain.
Okay, so you don't have to just eat it as a nut too. I think you've introduced me to sunflower nut butter, which is a peanut butter replacement, and that tastes really good. So I'm getting the yummy flavor, and I'm doing something good for the antioxidants.
Sunflower seeds are really high in vitamin E. You're doing great with that. So you're winning again. Any of the nut butters are a treat. You can have them on a Cuban red banana, or you can have them on a piece of bread and have it be a snack. So nut butters are very fun to explore.
Oh yeah, tasty.
I also like sesame tahini. Now, sesame butter, also known as sesame tahini, is excellent for calcium. Very high in calcium. Who knew, right?
Okay.
So if you're starting to eat less dairy, then sesame tahini is an excellent friend in your cupboard.
All right. So as far as vitamin E, how was that incorporated into the dementia prevention trial?
What we did was the Hawaii Dementia Prevention Trial was written by Dr. Steve Blake, and he relied completely on previous science that had all shown benefits for nutrients and dementia. he chose 16 targeted nutritional interventions to figure, hey, if one item worked, let's do all 16, see how much success we can have. Among the other things that were included in the study were a small handful of walnuts every day and a small handful of sunflower seeds every day. Now, what I have today, I was low on walnuts in the house, but pecans are also high in gamma tocopherol. So these are pecans that I roasted with honey, just honey and pecans until they lightly browned first, and then I added the honey and cooked it for a few minutes before it got to be burning.
Just on the stovetop?
Stovetop. I used a cast iron skillet. They didn't stick. And they're awesome. They're a little dangerously yummy. But pecans are a nice form of gamma tocopherol, form of vitamin E. And I must say that with the walnuts, you're also getting the alpha-linolenic acid, the omega-3, which reduces inflammation. These do not have as much of that, so we did recommend walnuts for the study.
Gotcha. So as far as dietary changes used in the dementia trial, what things, okay, we talked about vitamin E and minerals. What other things did you have the participants change as far as in their diet?
Well, we had them reduce saturated fats to the extent that they were willing to do so. And instead of a lot of meat products and dairy products, we recommended fish on occasion and mostly plant-based foods.
Mediterranean diet, it sounds like.
It's very much like that. We encouraged, for example, green beans. These are string beans, and they are high in just about every nutrient needed for humans. They're just about the perfect food when we looked them up and analyzed them with the Diet Doctor software. So this has sesame seeds on it too. Now, by eating these, you're substituting, you're getting full. You've got enough protein. This provides about 8 grams of protein per serving. Beans are about 8 grams of protein per serving. And you're substituting this instead of a heavy saturated fat meat meal. And you're still getting satisfied. You're getting a lot of the bases covered. It's a variety pack. You still need some whole grains and some other vegetables. But by substituting plant-based foods instead of meats, you're reducing the saturated fat, and that's one thing we requested everyone on the Hawaii Dementia Prevention Trial to do as far as food changes.
Okay, sounds good. Do you recommend doing it more fresh or versus canned? Is there a difference?
That's an excellent question. I like that question. What happens when these were fresh green beans, string beans, and I bought them and I thought, okay, they're organic, they're fresh, so I'll cook them. I cooked them, steamed them for about 20 minutes, and they looked done, but they weren't done yet. So I had to steam them another 15 minutes. Now they're done. But you have to watch out for undercooked beans. So if you're talking about beans, it's nice to buy, you can buy frozen beans, and you still have to cook them, but they take the fresh beans, the fresh vegetable, and they flash freeze it. And right when it's picked, so that it's frozen, keeping all of its nutrients intact. Now, when they can food, they do the same thing, but often they cook the food before they can it, and it feels a little less nutritionally intact. So it depends on how much time you have. Maybe on the weekend you can make a big soup with something like this as the base and test it from time to time. Make sure that they're actually soft and chewy, and then you'll have a wonderful food for the rest of the week, or a casserole. So I do like fresh food better, but it does take more time.
Yeah, definitely.
But the frozen is quite acceptable too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Maile. It's just so much fun to be working and part of the Maui Memory Clinic, which is the hottest new clinic in town. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. We'll see you again for another Minute Bright.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.